Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Saturday. Today, as you can see, the special guest tonight is Brianne and
Hello.
Dave Farrel.
Hi.
I see Sandy's in the chat and Olivia's here too. I think, first of all, I want to say is the family support around Bree is just absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
From everyone in the family, and so kudos to all of you. So how's your day going?
It was busy. We have a townwide garage sale going on, and
Oh, okay. Let's see
So-
who.
It's been pretty
who
busy.
Sometimes that's good.
It was a fun weekend. We've been doing our garage sale since Thursday. But it's been fun because there's been a bunch of garage sales all over. I actually got this new chair at a garage sale, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can usually find some good deals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, to start off, Bree, why don't you start us off? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brianne. I'm 12 years old, and between my parents and I, we have about 80 fish tanks, and
Wow.
I've been doing fish keeping for about a year and a half, I want to say, and about halfway through my fish keeping hobby so far, I started keeping live food cultures, and now that's kind of the main thing that I'm known for. And I have about 24 of those. So that's kind of it.
Okay. And what got you started into keeping fish? Your parents or you or?
So quite a few years ago, we had a 55-gallon.
yes.
And, everybody's got those goldfish bowls and everything, but that doesn't really count. So we had this 55-gallon community freshwater fish tank, and we had quails under it, and then we got rid of that. I don't remember for what reason. I was really young, and I really forgot about fish keeping after that, and we started watching this show called Tanked, which I think is how quite a few people have gotten into fish keeping, and I wanted to set up a saltwater tank, but my parents convinced me that saltwater was too hard. And we all got a 10-gallon, we got 3 10-gallon tanks, one for my mother, one for me, and one for my sisters. So I guess it was me that kind of wanted to restart the fish keeping hobby. But it was them that started it in the beginning.
Okay.
You wanted it, then your sister wanted it, then your mother wanted it.
Yeah, so we each got a 10-gallon tank.
Which turned into, I want a saltwater tank. Which turned into what we have now.
Yeah, because after we had those 3 10-gallon tanks, I saved up and bought a saltwater tank and a bunch of fish.
Okay. You said you have about 80 tanks now, or?
Probably.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Just about.
We haven't counted.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Kind of gets away from you.
Yeah. It would probably be depressing if I knew how many.
Yeah.
Okay, and Dave, you want to tell us a little bit about you?
I'm originally from Jersey. I moved up to New York 20-some years ago.
Don't worry, you tell all your
short.
stuff.
I got a job working here in the town, and I work for a highway department. Heavy equipment operator and foreman, other than working on campers and side jobs and such.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, I just keeping fish. carrying the heavy tanks downstairs. That's my job.
Okay. And I know, Bree, you mentioned you're into microworm cultures. You're still selling them.
Yes, and a bunch of
Yeah.
other cultures too.
Okay. Do you have a website that you sell them on?
Not yet. Probably in a couple weeks we'll be setting up a Get Gills and maybe an eBay store. But
Okay.
we haven't done that yet because we have a good, I would say maybe 200, 300 African cichlids babies that we're waiting for the first 2 spawns to get big enough to sell. And we also have 300 crevenzas growing out.
Yeah, that's between African cichlids and crevenzas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so somewhere around 400 cichlids trying to grow out right now. And we want to wait till they're big enough so we have a good site to sell them on.
Okay.
Reading Stephen Pig.
I
You want to say that?
want to say something to Steve.
What's your favorite fish that you're keeping right now?
Well, that's the same fish as my profile picture. It's my discus, the ones that are behind me. I love them so much. Some people say they're really hard to keep, and I don't really agree with that.
Yeah, the designer discus are actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
So wild types you have to spend a lot more time with, and
Yes.
so is there a bucket fish that you want to keep? That you,
Well, something that I want to keep is definitely a midnight ram or something along the lines of that. But something that's insane would be an Asian arowana or an Oscar or something.
Stephen P2003 is asking who does all the water changes.
That's actually quite a common question that we get. And it depends on whose tank it is. All the tanks in my room, I clean them. My Cory Cat tank and the couple tanks that I have down in the fish room, I clean those and I maintain my live food cultures. And I do help my mother and father clean all the other tanks occasionally if they want my help. But they clean their tanks and I clean my tanks.
Okay.
So.
Hopefully we don't miss anybody's questions in chat. If anybody in the chat has questions, feel free to get them in. See you all's here. Got Troublemaker Rico Stan here. Deborah DD. Zen Ginger. Paul McCarthy. Sandy the Noxkey. This says Stephen P 2003. Scroll through here, make sure I didn't miss any questions. Ricky, RB Animal Rescue. Jimmy P Aquatics. Matt, Liquid Zoo OnlyFans. Muppet 929. This is Olivia.
Stephen. Smash the like button. Look at me, I'm modding.
Good job. Steven.
Way to go, Steven.
Get a gold star.
Might even get a cookie. RB Animals, are you asking how long it takes to do the water changes on all the tank, or?
Yeah, I don't.
I think that's what he meant, but we kind of split it up every.
Yeah, there's no set day where we do it.
Yeah, a lot of people are like,
Okay.
Saturday is my water change day. It's like, well, tank kind of looks dirty, or haven't done it in a while, so we clean it. I don't let my discus tank go that long because I care about them a lot. Not that I don't care about a lot of other fish, but our tanks are overstocked, so they're not. They can last longer without water changes. But if my mother's cleaning like one side of the fish room, I would say it takes her maybe, I don't want to get this wrong, but maybe 4 hours, because she'll clean like that whole 2 racks of tanks, maybe the other side, which is a good. It's got to be at least 25 tanks over there on one side. Something like that. So it takes her, I would say, maybe 3 hours to do around 25 tanks. That's with cleaning the filters, dumping the buckets, refilling them, and everything, and salts and dechlorinators, everything like that. So
We have
2 hours per side, she said. About 2 hours each side of the fish room.
we have a water fill system down there. I have the plumbing in place. I just need to get a better pump so we can put a siphon on the bottom and just turn the pump on and suck the water right outside.
Okay.
Once that's done, it'll be a little bit easier.
Right. That's what I kind of thought with that many tanks, do like a section a day or something like that, or
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normally about one side of the fish room, which is around 20 tanks.
And my cichlid tank, I generally go like 2 weeks with that one before I change waters.
Okay. Melvin Reef, welcome.
It takes about 4 months, Stephen.
Yeah, it takes about 4 months to go from 1
to
to
80.
80. That's like when the real numbers of tanks coming in. And then we get a couple every month if we find a good deal, or we just need some spare tanks. Like I have a 10-gallon tank sitting back on my floor. That's not a spare though. I have to set that up.
Yeah, I would say you grew pretty quickly, because I remember when you started, Brianne, be up to 80 tanks already is.
I remember my first video. I was doing a tour of each tank, and that was when I wasn't showing my face, just because because my mother wanted to see how it would go first.
Right.
And I had one 10-gallon tank over there, a 20 high, 2 1.5 gallons, and a 5-gallon. Oh, and my saltwater tank. Sounds like a lot, but it was nothing compared to now.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard with, really 3 people in the house that have different tastes. Like
Right.
I wanted the saltwater tank, so I ended up getting that. I like the cichlids, so we have a 75-gallon in the bedroom of cichlids.
I like.
So I'm a big fan of the cichlids and stuff like that.
I like not really harder fish, but kind of less common fish. I like my discus. I do like guppies, but I have rarer fish too that I'm just starting to breed. So.
Okay. And by the way, congratulations on the recent 500. So.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome.
It's
and
okay.
And Steven's asking, did you hear that Alex is extending the Aquascape contest by a month?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I heard it from somewhere. I can't remember who said it. Maybe Steven was the one who said it last time in chat somewhere.
Thanks for letting me know. Now I know that's not like in what it would have been like 8 days. I had to submit pictures, and now I can clean up that tank and make it less ugly.
Lefty 3213A, bunch of numbers came in. Good seeing you.
Liquid Zoo. I don't know if I've ever seen that one before.
But hello.
Hello.
I'll check out your channel after if you have one.
Yeah, he's in quite a few streams, so
I don't know if I've ever seen that name. Well, I may have, but
Well, if you have a channel, I'll check that out later and subscribe to you. Lefty, lots of numbers.
yeah,
It's hard.
I've always liked the cichlids, so I've been a fan of those. So I got that tank, and they ordered fish from Jess, and she had the cribenzas, so I did a tank of those, and they're going crazy.
Yeah.
At the start, he had a 10-gallon tank of those temporarily, and now he's got a 75-gallon tank and about, like, I would say 250 babies of them because 2 of them just had spawns right near each other, and they were pretty big spawns. And then we have a smaller spawn of like 20, 25 growing up, so there's quite a few babies of the cribenzas and African cichlids growing up right now. But the cribenzas definitely grow faster than the cichlids. I swear. The cichlids grow like 1/8 of an inch every couple weeks.
Yeah.
They're pretty slow growing, but the cribenzas are pretty fast at growing, mainly because they literally need care 24/7 and they eat all day. What has a wrench?
Yeah,
That's
Liquid Zoo just recently changed his channel name a couple of weeks ago. He was Matt F.
Yeah, Steven posted his link. I just
Am I hitting you with my chair?
I just subbed to him. Them. I don't know if it's a him. So them.
Sorry.
Well, I assume it's a him, Matt.
You never know.
Yeah.
No.
Steven's really going for the other boys. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a new channel. Got it.
Okay. Very nice. So, any new exciting projects coming up, or?
Soon I'm thinking about getting some platinum rice fish and Odessa barbs. I don't know if I'd call that a project, but I have to set up their tank. And what was that?
I have an idea for a pond, but I got to find a boat first.
He's going to take a boat, dig a hole in the ground, put the boat in the ground, and fill it with water, and make it a fish tank. The fish are on the opposite side of the boat.
I've seen it done before.
Yep. There's some boats near us, so.
Yeah.
Good day, T-Bones.
Hi, T-Bones.
From Australia.
Yeah, that was my project for next year.
Okay.
Next summer, outdoor pond.
I was thinking about doing a small muck bucket for some rice fish. Because this was our first year summer tubbing, because it's like we've been doing fish keeping for 1.5 years, so it kind of makes sense that we'd do summer tubbing the first year. So this is our first time summer tubbing, and we got this was a little Tykes pool, like a kid pool with a slide and steps and stuff. And it's very small. I would say it's maybe 20 gallons, maybe. I don't know.
It's got to be 6 foot.
Kind of deep.
It's probably 5 foot wide by probably a foot high. So I don't know how many gallons that equates to.
Yeah.
Whatever. But that was our first attempt at summer tubbing. And I think we did it a little bit early. and it kind of got cold because it was getting warmer, so that's why we started it. But then it started getting colder because we're in New York, and it's just like that.
Right.
So some of the white clouds did die back, and we didn't replace the white clouds. We actually got some giant zebra danios, longfin zebra danios, I think they're called, and they're pretty big. So we have some spawning mops and stuff in there, and everything's been doing good so far. So I think I'm going to do, if I'm allowed to, I think I'd do a small little muck bucket of platinum rice fish on the porch. Once that 55-gallon is off our porch, the center brace of it is broken.
It's been sitting there most of the summer.
Maybe it'll be a turkey tank.
I got it for free. I just never did anything with it.
Yeah. It's taking up room.
Yeah, my fish, I'm sure they did.
I just been messed up all over this country this year, so
yeah, it's
been hard to plant anything.
It was supposed to be in the 70s here this week, and now we're into the 90s.
Yeah. It got pretty hot today.
It's been crazy.
Yeah, it's 96 here right now. It's supposed to get up to 105. So.
Wow. Yeah, last weekend, I think it was last weekend or the weekend before, it was pretty cold outside. Like, you had to wear a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Like, it was cold outside and freezing. Well, not actually freezing, but really, really cold at night.
Down in the 40-somethings last week.
Yeah, at night.
Back into the 80s.
Yeah, it's
90s.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Are you in upstate New York?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Patty, welcome.
Hello, Patty.
So is school ready to start there?
A month. It's September 9th.
It's a
school
month.
starts,
Okay.
so a month and 2 days.
That's still okay. That's normal. I know some places in Tennessee have already started.
Yeah, usually down south they start earlier.
Yeah. You going back to the classroom, or?
We're not sure yet. So we're not sure if we have to go school shopping or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because last year I was all virtual, which was pretty nice because I got a lot of free time to feed fish in between classes and on lunch breaks instead of actually being in a classroom. But we're not sure this year because with the Delta variant and everything with COVID,
the numbers are going up.
Yeah, so we're
you.
not sure if, because the school hasn't decided if they're going to enforce everyone go back to school, because then like everybody's supposed to wear a mask in school whether they're vaccinated or not.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not sure yet if they're sending all the kids back to school and making virtual not an option, or if they're just gonna have it like last year.
We'll see.
Yeah, I can tell you, I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. All these kids going back to school scares me.
It does. It kind of scares me with them going back because there's a lot of people on both sides getting sick right now. And,
Vaccine or not.
That's what I mean.
We know someone that got the Johnson.
Oh yes, he got the Johnson & Johnson.
And
he got seizures.
And he had seizures, so now he can't do what he really wanted to do because he had seizures due to the
just random.
So
it's weird the way it works. So
we're not vaccinated. We're staying away from that for now.
Yeah, it's because what is the cutoff for vaccinations? 12, isn't it?
Yeah,
still
12, but they're trying to push that back to something 6 maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I'm not really interested. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's just I think it's too soon for kids to go back to school yet. It's like you said, numbers are still climbing, and
my biggest thing is long-term effects and stuff like that. But we've made it 16 months so far doing what we're doing. Nobody's been sick in the house, and
that's good.
17 months, so let's keep that up.
Yeah. All right.
Stephen has kids.
Yes.
That's scary in itself. Oh. Yeah, I know somebody mentioned it up above, but I agree that I think the show tanked, got a lot of people into the hobby.
Yeah, my fish tank said something. I didn't see them do a boat. I have seen them do. I did see the car one.
Cars.
That was pretty cool.
I think there was a bus one time, but there was a lot of stuff.
Actually, there
Gumball
was.
machine.
Yeah, there was a ship though. There was a ship they did for a kid that was sick. I do remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. That was in the house.
I think there was also, well, it might have been the same build, but there was a bunk bed where the bed was under and the fish tank was.
That was the ship for the kid.
Do I not come across as father material?
Yeah. See, Lefty just said they just got a letter saying all in person, no options.
See,
But depending on where you live, Lefty, I mean, you can go on. Basically, the other day I Googled remote learning, New York State certification, and there's schools that do all online classes. Not remote learning, online classes for New York State certifications. And there's classes out there, and majority of them are free. They basically raise their money through sponsorships and stuff like that. And, the kids can go for nothing. So if it makes you feel better, it makes you feel safer. It's, it's a free program. It's kindergarten through 12th. I don't know how they get the kindergarten part, but they do it.
That's got to be hard, trying to get a bunch of kindergartners on a screen.
Yeah.
I'm not a parent. I'm a teacher.
Oh.
Awesome. I did not know that.
See, in New York, they have to, on the buses, it's mandatory because they're state, technically state operated. The school hires the people, but because they're under the DOT guidelines, they're mandatory. They have to wear masks on the bus.
Okay.
But the schools can do different things because that's the Board of Education.
Right.
Yeah. Oh wow, Steven, that's awesome.
Yeah, I knew Steven's wife was a teacher, and it's
Jenna P. 2005.
Oh, yes, her name. Yeah, I thought you saw her.
No.
yeah. There's just no right answer anymore. Do the best that we can and hope it works out.
Well, we won't get into that firestorm, but
There's a lot you can say about that. This would be the time for Terry to start up a stream. He didn't go this morning for Saturday morning cartoon.
he got lost.
Probably. He was sleeping in.
Detroit Shrimp.
Hi, Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics.
Hey, Detroit. Welcome. Terry is MIA.
Yeah, I just hope it's something dumb rather than something with his wife, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he had to work or whatever, but
He went,
as long
or
as
he
it's
was
not something
sleeping
with his
in it.
wife.
Yeah, hope everything's good with her.
Yeah, Terry's a pretty good guy.
For being a person with a job, he streams a lot.
thank you, Zen, and that's everyone in chat. Grab each other. That's what we're all about, is supporting each other.
Yeah, I think the only one I saw was the zoo there, but I got them now. Everyone else, I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah.
Well, I know I have.
Oh, Lefty's never been to one of our streams before? I was in your stream, I think. I don't know if I said hi, but I was watching your stream earlier.
I was just watching your stream before this one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was there too, and the Lefty and Chattanooga Ed do kind of a nerd stream every Friday afternoon, so it's always pretty good.
Yeah, I usually can't catch that one. I get home at I get home at weird hours on Friday because I'm usually working up at camp, up near the campground.
Okay. Cool. Then, do you work the campground mainly weekends, or?
I work. We work a 4-day work week.
Okay.
So it's Monday through Thursday, and
Sometimes it takes off Thursdays.
I've been on the town for 15 years, close to 15 years now. So I have a lot of time, vacation time. I take off Thursdays, so I work basically a 3-day work week and 4-day weekends, and I work RV repair. I try to get it done on Thursdays so we can kind of enjoy a little on Friday, but it's been so busy this year that it's like Thursday and Friday's been kind of crazy.
And firewood and stuff.
Yeah.
I did say hi in Lefties. Pretty sure you butchered my name. Haha, sorry about that. A lot of people do.
I know a lot of the fish that you keep, but what all fish do you keep?
What are all the fish we do keep?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could sit here all day and list them.
African cichlids. There's pea puffers.
There's white tip tetras. There's laser green corridors. I have shell dwellers, multis, I should say. Meadow black guppies, chocolate plecos, mutt guppies. We have a lot of betas. We have a whole rack of betas and more.
Mm-hmm.
I have humpback limias. I think they're pronounced Zoogoneticus tequila goodies. I'm not sure. More plecos, some albino plecos that we got from Stephen P. 2003. I have betas and stuff. I have clownfish, discus. We have a whole freshwater community tank with all of those. I guess you'd call them regular fish, like gouramis, glowfish,
Bleeding heart tetras.
swordtails, candy cane tetras, bleeding heart tetras, all those. We have a saltwater community tank with clownfish, dottyback, damsel, Bengai cardinal, pajama cardinal. We have a serpent sea star. I'm going to forget the name. We call him Jacques. I'm pretty sure he's a candy cane shrimp. And I've said the species a million times, but I forget it now.
Banded coral shrimp?
Banded coral shrimp. There we go.
Okay.
I've said this 1,000 times, but with all the new fish we've gotten, I forget. Moscow guppies, ember tetras that we discovered 2 babies, which are really exciting. We have some longfin albino plecos, albino crebensis, Nigerian red crebensis, bunch of African cichlids, obi peacocks, which I think you said, more chocolate plecos, false Julie cories, German ribbon fin guppies, cherry barbs, daisy blue ricefish, blue velvet shrimp, big ear dark dragon guppies. We have Berlin swordtails, I think they're called, or like red tuxedo swordtails. A bunch of Dalmatian mollies, like maybe 5 or 6 adults, but then like maybe close to 60 babies now. I have peppered cories, which I'm actually getting more of because I need some more males. because I only have 1 male to 6 females. So I have a bunch of peppered cores. I think I have 7. I have Dumbo blue dragon guppies, a wild caught pair of Apistogramma ortegi, I think it's pronounced. Oka Finoki pygmy sunfish. Why am I even counting on my fingers?
Because you're weird.
A 75-gallon crevensis tank that has 2 pairs of crevensis that are breeding. One has babies, and then one are about to hatch babies. Some male cherry barbs in there, and then down low, there's a proven pair of cherry barbs in one 10-gallon. Right next to that is like 8 of their babies that I made that I'm super proud of. Next to that is a Daisy Blue Rice Fish adult tank. Next to that is Tequila Sunrise Guppies. A little bit over is a pair of bloodfin tetras that I'm working on breeding with my mother. Threadfin rainbows. There's a male and female that I'm waiting to spawn. I have my ram's horn snail tank. I love ram's horn snails. There's not a whole lot in there right now, but I really love them. I love them. And in the other 75-gallon, there are a bunch of marble angelfish, bloodfin tetras, threadfin rainbows, hill stream loaches, and then probably 1 million bladder snails, pond snails, in the fish room. I have some pond scum, some Malaysian trumpet snail that I'm trying to breed right now so I can put in my shell dweller tank. And then outside we have those giant zebra danios and some regular white clouds, not the longfin kind, but regular white clouds, and then some albino white clouds. I think that's it. And then some fish that I plan on getting. But
That's the hard part when there's 3 different people in the house that
Right.
keep fish, and
they all like
everyone
different
likes
things.
different things.
My fish only speak when spoken to, which is never.
Zen asked if Jacques spoke French.
Oh, my God.
And you got 80 tanks. Are you about limited out what's manageable, or do you see a lot more tanks coming?
No, I think we're
Almost at the limit.
I think we're at the limit. I mean, there's more room. We still have a basement. I mean,
Still
there's
a whole basement.
there's a lot of room that could be done in the basement, but
If needed.
I've tossed up different things, but I don't know if we'd get any more tanks. I think we're there.
Yeah.
I think there's still room if we want to do like the boat idea with the outdoor tubs. That would be possible. That would technically be another fish tank, I guess you'd call it. And if I did a muck bucket on the porch. But I don't see more than 5 more tanks coming in.
Yeah.
And I say that, but who knows what the future will hold.
And we had Jason, Degenerate Fish Keeper, come in, Bob Kaler. I saw somebody else too, but of course Zen is making wisecracks.
That was the nice thing about them being virtual T-bones
is that I get all this
you
time.
gained a lot of time.
So there's A and B days for school. And on A days, I would get study hall second block, which is like 9 to 9:40. And that was great because every other week that would fall on a Monday. And that's when we would ship out our packages and stuff.
Okay.
And normally on my lunchtime, right before science class, I would clean my discus tank if it needed it. And that's pretty much all the time I had in my lunch break. But other than that, I don't think it was that hard. Because whenever I'm doing school, most of the time, we don't have camp, only at the start of school and that, I think, the very end of school is when we actually camp on the weekend. So I still have the whole weekend to clean my fish tanks and we can go to the fish store and stuff. So mainly it's on the weekends if one needs to be done. But yeah, I don't know. Because with virtual school, I don't really get a whole lot of homework. And if I get an assignment, I do it the day it was assigned. So I don't have to worry about due dates and deadlines and stuff.
Yeah.
So I actually get a lot more time than you would think. And thinking back on when I went to, school, like going on the bus and everything, that'd be interesting, because right now my classes start at, well, not right now, obviously, but my classes start at 8:15. So I wake up at about 8:05 and then go on my classes. And I'm never late. I'm always 5 minutes early. And I normally make my breakfast while I'm in my class, because they always start up with attendance. But when I go back to school, I got to wake up at like 6 o'clock so I can pack my lunch and do all that stuff. And then leave at 7 o'clock to get to school at 8 o'clock. So my classes start at 8:15.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting, trying to balance school and fish keeping and live streams and everything. That will be interesting when I go to actual school, because like I was saying with the A and B days, on B days I get a study hall last block, which means I get out at about 1:51. So that means I get out of school early, technically, which is nice. But when I actually go to school, I would get home at about 3 o'clock, because I still have to sit through an empty classroom full of silence during study hall. So
Yeah. Okay. And Mike's aquatic action came in. Good to see you, sir.
Melvin asked Brianne, what kind of discus do you have?
I have Santarums, a checkerboard, and a pigeon blood snakeskin.
Cool.
I plan on getting maybe another Santarum and another checkerboard. But if any of you know Petraman 1185,
Mm-hmm.
his discus had babies 5 months ago, and he's been doing water changes every couple days and feeding them 4 times a day, I think, and updating me on the process, because he's the one that got these discus for me, which was really kind. And his 5-month-old discus are just laid eggs for the 3rd time. And since he's been doing this for a while, he kind of knows when this is the time that they're going to hatch. And he thinks this was the time that they're going to hatch. So I might get some discus babies if he starts shipping. That's what he said.
Zen Ginger says turquoise snakeskin is her fave.
Oh, very cool.
I think my fave is blue diamonds.
Yeah, I think the platinum ones are really cool. I've seen a couple of platinum ones at my local fish store, but I like to think of discus in 2 categories. Kind of like how you were saying. I forgot what the reference was, but like the really pretty discus that are almost
designer.
Yeah, the designer discus, and then there's like almost what I call the real discus. So the pretty pinks and blues and everything seem like fake discus, even though I keep some, but I feel like they're kind of fake discus. And then you got the real ones, like the Santarums that are brown, and then you got the wild caughts and stuff that are natural colors, even though discus are very beautiful, known for their beauty.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think about it that way, because discus are just so colorful. I feel like they're more colorful than saltwater fish.
You only have 1 saltwater tank right now?
3. We have 3. We have a 75, a 26, and then that one. And technically we have a 35 in the basement, because we did a whole live stream about it. Well, not a whole live stream about it, but it was on one of my Sunday streams, I think. We went to the local fish store, and a guy's grandson broke his 125 gallon. I can't remember.
No, 90-gallon fish tank. His nephew had broke it.
His nephew had broke his 90-gallon saltwater fish tank that he has up for 15 years. So he came in with this big tote of live rock with a bunch of invertebrates and corals and stuff on it. Mm-hmm. And then a 5-gallon bucket with a bunch of actually half decent fish. We didn't get the fish because we we actually took the bucket of live rock because the store couldn't take it. They didn't even have room for the fish. But we'd take the bucket of live rock, put it in the back of the truck, went and got McDonald's, and stopped back at the store to see if we could get the bucket of fish. And the line was so long, so we didn't get the fish. But we have a 35-gallon tank with just live rock in it and some coral.
That's next question. Do you just do fish only, saltwater, or you have some corals? Or
We have quite a few corals, and we have some invertebrates in there as well.
okay, awesome.
Minister Brianne, that's a new name.
Mr. Brandon's in Bob Kaler's a lot.
Yeah.
I tried to plug the stream today on all the streams.
The J Rock does stuff came in. Good to see you. Jeffrey Watts, good to see you, sir.
Jimmy P. I don't know.
Jimmy P. Aquatics.
Jimmy P. Good seeing all of you show up today. Appreciate it very much. I think I'm going to call this here in a couple minutes. RB Animal Rescue, Ricky's coming up next. Give everybody a chance to take a little break between. He always has some good streams, so.
Stephen asked what your GPA was in school.
Yeah.
I assume you don't know that one.
Well, I can tell you what my numerical grade is. It's in the 90s, upper 90s.
Okay.
Oh, okay, there we go. My mother said she has high honors.
She gets RB's on at 8. She said she can tell you about worms.
I can
But she
tell you
doesn't know
about.
what her grade average is.
Wait, is that like the number that's the end of the grade? Like all 4 quarters, they get the average, and that's what it is?
I don't know. I've never seen your report card. Well, I never paid attention.
My report card's definitely not in here.
Your mother gets it, and if she yells, then I know that I'm supposed to too.
Yeah, your mom said you have high honors, so that's good.
Yep.
Yeah. This might be. Here we go. This was from June 25th. I don't know if it tells you
94.4.
94.4.
Can't read the numbers.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's gotten
I
so
love it.
complicated anymore. When I was in school, it was you either got an A, B, C, or D or F. So
You get an F in calculating GPA.
Freaky Fish Lady said, thank you.
For what?
For the wonderful prize she won from the channel. That was very generous of you, and my fish and I are very grateful.
Oh, the catappa leaves. We sent extra catappa leaves.
You're welcome.
You're more than welcome, Freaky Fish Lady.
I'm glad you won, Holly. You stream twice a week, right?
Yes. Well,
Yes.
I should say twice a week on YouTube.
So yes,
So
the answer is
Okay.
yes.
twice a week on YouTube.
I know
Wednesday and Sunday.
Wednesday at normally it's 5 p.m. Eastern time, and then Sunday either 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. Nice.
Mhm.
So,
My mother tried to convince
anything
me
else you want to tell the people?
I'm not sure. Is the stream ending? Because I'll say thank you for watching.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
good.
I'm probably gonna cut it here pretty quick so everybody can take a break before Ricky's stream.
All right. And Freaky Fish Lady, that's awesome that the Catappa leaves arrived just in time to save one of your sick betas. And that's awesome because she didn't know she was getting Catappa leaf, so it was just the perfect surprise.
Everything works out.
Yeah. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in and watching my father and I sit here while I twirl back and forth in a chair.
I appreciate you guys coming up.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Super exciting. And to all the people in chat, I don't know how many there are. I thought there was like 35 one time.
It's 33. It's right in front of you.
That's a lot of people to come. So I appreciate it. And saw a couple new names today, so I'll check those channels out too.
Appreciate my mods, everybody in chat, lurkers, everybody on the replay crew, Dave and Bree, thank you very much. We'll see y'all guys. See y'all next week, and thanks everybody. Everybody stay safe.
Thanks everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Where's the camera?
Take care.
The camera's right in front of you.
But it's backwards.